1936 is the time. You're listening to Radio After 6 right here on Hot FM Full Force 1 Network, and that one is called Spirit. As usual, it is official. When you hear that song, it means that the good Rev is back in the Bew.
I am indeed in the Bew.
How you doing, Rev?
I'm brilliant. How you doing, No?
Been good. Smooth week.
Yeah.
Not too much pressure, I should say.
And I like your beard, nice and neat. I'm not a beard guy, but I just like how it's nice and neat.
Everyone tells me I have this carpet beard. And it's like,
it looks really cool, but I just don't see myself ever doing a beard. So when I finally get over the denial of my hair,
it's the hair.
Yeah, I know. So
hair.
when I'm done with the denial of the hair, I'll just chop everything. So I'll just be like a potato setup,
But you can keep beards, right?
Yes, but I don't like them.
Okay.
At all.
That's fine.
So you're saying that. And so from there we will be set. And speaking of interesting events, I think Invest Trust has been taken over by. Is it taken over by Bank of Zambia or closed? Which is
taken over by Bank of Zambia.
Taken over. That's really heavy, because when such a thing happens, normally there's a lot of jitteriness in the market. The last bank which that happened to was in Intermarket, if you recall.
Oh yes, that was a while back.
Yeah. So same thing. Bank of Zambia took over, and of course, once they take over, you're really on your way out. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, my experience has been every time the central bank in any country takes over a bank in any country, it's gone.
Yeah. And I know a lot of people have been worried, obviously, because of their deposits.
Yeah.
I saw a statement from the Bankers Association of Zambia. They're like, no, people will be able to access their money after 90 days.
That's always the case. They have to do the whole verification. So you can imagine, first come from paying you your payment for some gig. Then the bank gets closed, and now 90 days of it. It's so painful.
It is.
You see, that's the reason why the Bank of Zambia and usually central banks of all across the world, when it comes to what we call regulators, are very hard on these banks. The amount of stuff you need to run a bank is not a joke. So I'm really hoping that they're not going to do even that. But I know it's regulator because they have to verify everything. It's just that it's sad that it's going to be 90 days, because the truth is the banks are usually forced to keep very high deposits at the central bank. It's called statutory reserve ratio. But the truth that many don't know is that the statutory reserve ratio has something called fractional reserve banking to it. So if you've got, for argument's sake, 10 billion kwacha at the Bank of Zambia, you are allowed as a bank to lend up to anywhere between 2 to 4 times in your deposits. So you can lend up to 40 billion out there. So every bank in the world, not just in Zambia, hasn't got enough cash. That's just a fact. They just don't. That's why when any bank has a run on it, it closes. I don't care what bank it is. If all the depositors ask for their money, the bank will close tomorrow.
Of course. I mean, I was told it's just numbers.
Yeah, it's numbers
that appear.
Yeah, true.
Numbers will appear on your phone, but not in actual fact. That is what's sitting in your account.
That's why there's something called the electronic house shine, and the job of that electronic house is just to balance. At 6 billion, and then in anything at 4 billion. Okay, so 2 billion now. You owe me 2 billion. Okay, Talembelana, you owe, I owe. Business done. Next day, fuchi. Tikasiza my exchange. That mwina zingati manje 7 billion. Nanga imwe 3 billion. Talembelana. That's how they operate. And I know people will come and say, that Rev, he talks too much. It's just a fact. There's no money. And and to prove my point, they gave us those horrific Eurobonds. Did the plane fly with them to Zambia? Did you see a plane flying, bringing the Eurobond money?
No.
And then they moved it to
physically, no.
Is it all set? Yes, it's set, done. Okay, hold on. It's transferred. Then we'll go Yazula. Just on a computer. Then from there, operate now, you're done. You've got the money. So it's a really corny system. Actually, for me, banking is the biggest con in the world.
Yeah.
But you see, the difference, the thing about the bank is they've got the guns, they've got the laws, they've got the soldiers, they've got the army, the police, and if you argue, they lock you up. It's as simple as that. And yes, Ashabi, yes, Tion. Try, you will see what we'll do to you. So that's how banks and the banking system operates. It's really a very powerful group of people that run the show. So these guys, like when I invest trust, they just failed to keep up. That's all.
Wow. Looks like there's a bigger story behind all that.
Always. But so there's a lot. Anyway, let's move on. Isiel is open a page, huh?
His official Facebook page is back on.
I am so happy. I will follow the page. I follow all the president's pages, but okay, there's some I don't follow, but no name to mention.
Yeah.
But by default, I see them. So, for example, I do not follow Sean Tembo, but by default, I
also
see
don't
page.
follow.
But it appears.
The said individual.
But at least people like Savoy Imboyla, I follow. I don't follow Fred Membe, but he also appears. So pretty much all these politicians, because somebody will comment, and then you see at so-and-so commenters, you just read, okay. I never post on their pages. So just that the head of state, yes, I follow deliberately. And then ECO is very interesting, so I'll follow deliberately. But I will not comment. No, I just won't, because no. The one I follow deliberately is Jackson Zimbabwe. I like that guy.
Okay.
And then Chishala Kateka. These two I have a lot of respect for. So, and of course, my man, Dr. Mumba. Dr. Mumba is too obvious. It's not even a discussion. It's obvious. And since Dr. Mumba seemingly supports the ruling party, so yeah, by default, we support. But of course, if they are load shedding us for 5 hours instead of 4 hours, I'll talk about it.
Of course, we need to talk. Come on, man.
Because
People need to talk
they've
about
been telling us 4 hours to switch off. Switch off, they never switch off. The switching off is on time, but the switching on,
it's not on time.
But my donza, 1 hour extra every time from when they started. So, which brings us to Solochi. I thought Solochi was in these facilities.
No. Well, the thing about social media, sometimes you can't really know when a video is being posted, whether it was shot yesterday or it was live or
it was 2 weeks ago.
It was 2 weeks ago. But obviously, some of the videos, the last video I think I saw her, she was in some car dancing and singing.
So we'll check the video just to see the date.
Not too sure.
Yeah, because last I checked, I'm told they had committed her.
I remember that video as well. Yes, there was that video of her being.
She had a breakdown
taken in the mental.
Oh yeah, where they were chasing her all over.
Yes.
I felt very bad about that video, but anyway, that's the story.
Yeah.
So anyway, but today I'm extremely pleased that I have a dear elder sister and friend of mine. This woman is actually also a de facto spiritual mother of my wife. So it makes it a very interesting relationship. Like, how do I identify as a sister or mom? I don't know. But I think from our dynamics, she's an elder sister. But when the wife gets in the picture, she's mom. So that's a direct relationship with my wife. But either way, she's a very, very dear friend. And somebody that is a partner in progress. So we've been doing so much together. It's difficult to even introduce her. So she's just Dr. Nellie Kangwa. She's a dear sister of mine. This is one of those people that I bounce stuff off when you're going through situations. You say, my elder, ati bwanja, mona bwanji in kind. Then was at Pasako, Mao Yabuin. So Radio, we thank you for your life, Doc, and you're most welcome. Glad to have you. It's been a while since you've been here.
It's been a while. Thank you.
Yes, indeed. So, Doc, we're happy to have you, and Winnie is just reminding me she's an ambassador. Yes. Well, ambassador pano kuti kumbusa kuti ndima ambassador. Wow. Recently a lot of people do not know this. The Bible is so true, and it says that a prophet is never honored in their own country. This woman recently was on world hopping trips. Like she was in Egypt, Namibia, South Africa, and the US. And then in the US, she found herself in, among other places, Atlanta, Georgia. Is that Atlanta, Georgia?
It was New York. We had the conference.
No, the honoring.
Yeah, it's Atlanta, Georgia.
Yes. So on top of the New York UN stuff, which is already profoundly powerful that Dr. Nellie runs, she was also invited to Atlanta, Georgia. I believe Baltimore or something. I don't know where it is, but somewhere. And you know what they did to this woman? They gave her honorary citizenship. Like for real, so kaplaka divonse so no lemba vampamvu. Imagine what Dr. Nellie ametizia. Wow! Oh, sure. It didn't even get on to Mwebantu. But this is a woman that's shaking the world as I speak. I mean, the levels of demands for her speaking right now are insane. We're even privileged to have her with us. And you know, she had said it. Was it last year or the year before? Because we've been together so long, I forget. But she said, you people, you better utilize me now because there'll come a time when I will not be accessible. And it will not be by design. It will just be. Since I can't available because happening, she manje vangena magia enango. So for sure, permit now Naija the award. I said, vangena molevo inango. We just thank God she's a friend. Doc, you are more than welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Rev. I do appreciate you too.
Indeed. So, Doc, let's talk about what's happening. I don't know if you want to just jump straight into the Real Woman Summit or we want to talk a bit about what's been going on these last couple of months because you've been all over. And I mean the world, not Zambia.
Yeah, so I went to South Africa. I ran a spiritual boot camp just to help a lot of individuals actually to find a place where they can express themselves, truly into their space of becoming. So we actually camped on water only.
I know, I've been on those twice.
Yes, so from South Africa then.
My wife 3 times.
Yes. Yeah, so a lot of spiritual breakthroughs take place other than just falling and vomiting. So those are the places where we tell you, sit down, no vomiting here. You've got to deal with any contentions.
That's right.
And then from there, I then transitioned to...
And then just pause.
Yes.
I know this is not the topic and this is not the time, but I just want you to just say something because I've got a very interesting group of people that do not subscribe nor believe in it. But you see, the funny thing is even if they don't subscribe or believe in it, we are seeing testimonies. We are seeing lives being changed. So maybe just for 1 minute or so, Kapena, Munga Pitrukemo, is that mic on? Just speak.
Yes,
okay.
It is.
Yeah. So maybe in a minute or so, just explain what's going on the ground, because there are many who say, no, Jesus finished everything on the cross. But if it's not your name alive. But anyway, from your end, in just a minute, and then we can jump onto it.
Yeah, so usually what I give an illustration. For example, if you want electricity in your house, you tell Zesco, okay, even if there's load shedding, but that aside. So they come into your house and they connect you to electricity.
That's right.
And you have electricity in your house. So the problem is if we cannot have hot water, if your geyser is not working, if certain sockets are not working, what we are saying is that Zesco is in your house, but how come we are not, yes. So there are many people who have received Christ as the Lord and Savior. Most of them, even the last weekend, they were actually, doing a lot of celebration about his death, his resurrection.
Oh yes,
but then when you watch their lives,
it's not commensurate.
The geyser is not working.
Yes.
The cooker is not working. The socket, they don't have Wi-Fi, but they've got Zesco in their house. So really what we say is that it's the only one that is on. So what we usually say is that you've received Christ as your Lord and Savior, and we are not doubting. My only issue here is that if you're not living a fulfilled life, then there's something wrong. So we get to do what I call spiritual mapping, which is a research to really find out if there are any contentions that actually may lead to your life not being fulfilled whilst you are here on earth when you've received Christ as the Lord and Savior. And that doesn't take you to fall down. You don't have to fall.
No.
You just have to investigate. I'm not against falling because God can touch you and you can fall, and sometimes demons can manifest.
That's right.
But it shouldn't be dramatic.
No.
When God wants to heal you, wants to touch you, wants to do certain things, you don't have to be dramatic. There are times He can actually heal you while seated on the chair.
Agreed.
So that's what we do.
Now, I love it. I've been to those boot camps. I can tell you guys, I can testify in about maybe 2 months or so, I'll be giving mega testimonies about those boot camps. I can tell you we have been through them. My wife first attended and I attended, and I can guarantee you this is no joke stuff. And you people who follow me know how I speak on these issues. So if I'm telling you that these spiritual boot camps are prophetic and insightful, take it from me, they are. Doc, please continue with the other bits.
Yes, so then from South Africa, I went to Egypt, and there I was honored with a leadership award.
Imagine, Egypt,
and it was amazing. Yes, it was amazing that the Egyptian government actually sponsored this particular conference, and it was lovely. I met an amazing ambassador, from Zambia. They came to support me.
Oh, nice.
They
so
stayed
at least we say
through.
the government.
The government supported.
Nice,
yes, so it was
nice.
really lovely to have that man and his team come over. Then from there, I went to meet up with some lovely women, CEOs, and business owners in Namibia.
Nice.
We were talking boardroom to bedroom.
The book which is coming out.
Yes.
Nice.
We don't want as women to really succeed in the marketplace. Like in the boardroom, we're really making it, and our career is happening. But then when we look back at home, things are not okay. It's a disaster, and we are not managing. We are not understanding really the place of a husband and so on and so forth. So I am really a big support of good marriages. So we sat in that conference really interrogating a lot of things. And so I'll be going back to Namibia. Then, of course, so my bag was not, I was not emptying my bag. I was not removing clothes because it was just packing and repacking and then saying, these ones are dirty.
Hotel straight.
Yes, straight. No, actually, us ladies, we don't repeat clothes. So when you wear it, because you show off on social media, new dress, new this. You men, you can wear the same jacket.
Yes.
And you just change the shirt, not as women, because it will show that he dressed. So manje so tifoding vya dot vija vizaka wajiwa bwino but unishunalonga kuti ukuzavala vaso. So that's how we had to now set off to UN New York, and it was really joyful because I carried a team of about 22 people.
That's right.
Who we've been working on their brands, and they were receiving UN awards, and for me that was the epic.
Yeah, like
of
my wife.
Yeah,
they were able to receive.
And now your wife is doing amazing things after that award. So that's how I came back to see my husband and my children after 22 days of being in the boardroom.
Bishop.
I had to go now into the bedroom.
Hallelujah.
And really make up for the
absence.
Yes.
And I'm sure Nalumanya, because he's the only one left, right? Or he's left home?
No, he's
still at home.
Yes.
That's nice. But Tamanya left.
Yes.
And of course Joshua.
They left,
ages ago.
That's why I tell people, you're not going to just stay in marriage for children, because one day they'll leave. You need to stay for you.
Yeah, and then you need to know each other.
Exactly. So I'll deal with that in our conversation because of the book that I'm launching.
Nice. So let me allow Nono to go into the mention, because we're literally at that time, and then I don't know if we have ads. If we don't, then obviously we can jump back into our conversation. Over to you, Nono.
Rev Walter on Prosperity Insights, now on Hot FM.
Segulako kazabiti na zanako, tumandalama sikuvuta na zanako, cash out nipa easy na zanako, bill payment ni easy na zanako, bank paliponzi, bank na zanako, bank paliponzi, bank paliponzi na zanako,
It's 18:55 and this time check is brought to you by Zanaco. Cash out and win with Zanaco Cash Out, which enables you to send money from your account to any valid mobile number. And stand a chance to win with 1,000 kwacha shopping voucher when you use Cash Out at Zenith Zanaco Express or ATM. Simply dial *444# and send or withdraw cash with ease today. This time check was brought to you by Zanaco.
In this day and age, we know you are busy with work, school, family, and friends, and you don't always have the time to make that transaction. We've made banking more convenient with Zanaco Express in store. You can now deposit, withdraw, pay your water, TV, or electricity bill, purchase airtime, or clear all government service bus payments using Billmaster with Zanaco Express agents in select stores while you shop. So what are you waiting for? Bank Pali Ponce and visit a Zanaco Express agent in store at Select Pick and Pay, ShopRite, Choppies, Cheers stores, and Zamtel Green Shops today.
We're Nanikoni Magrosari this April. Dash for your dreams with the Nkwashi Freedom Fiesta promotion, where we're giving away a heart-pounding trolley dash experience. Grab one of our promotional plots, either a 36 by 20 plot at 1,900 kwacha or a 46 by 23 meters plot at 2,700 kwacha in monthly installments, and you're in the raffle. The Nkwashi Freedom Fiesta. Terms and conditions apply. Nkwashi, soar high.
1xBet, the path to success is a high-stakes game. If you accept its rules and take a step, the winnings may exceed your expectation. Play with 1xBet. Register with promo code Davido260 and get a chance to receive up to 300% bonus on your first deposit. Use the modem 1xBet mobile app to stay connected with thousands of sporting events every day. 1xBet is regulated by the Gaming Board of Zambia. Not for person under the age of 18. Terms and conditions apply.
This Easter, enjoy amazing saving deals with the Choppies Easter Golden Eggs galore. Win a 60-second Find the Golden Egg Trolley Dash and a share of 1 million kwacha worth of shopping vouchers by buying any of the participating brands advertised in the Choppies Easter promotion. The Choppies Easter Golden Eggs galore promotion is valid from the 25th of March to the 5th of May 2024 in all Choppies stores countrywide. Terms and conditions apply. Choppies, great value for your money.
An awesome combination of music and talk radio, which is carefully catered for your listening pleasure. Radio After 6. Rev Walter on Prosperity Insights. Now on Hot FM.
Alrighty, so we're back and we're going to be running right with this. So Doc, let's pick it up now. Let's begin to discuss in further detail now the Real Woman Summit. Let's begin with its reason. Like, how did that come about? What's the purpose of the Real Woman Summit?
Yeah, so the Real Woman Summit was started in 2018 and it was basically a burden of how birthdays are celebrated. I love receiving cakes, of course. I love being treated to flowers. I love receiving a BMW on my birthday. I love all those nice things. But then I realized that, sometimes we don't really, there are so many people that are celebrating their birthdays, but they don't even know the reason they were born. They are not even living even 10% of the reason they were born. And so coming up with Real Woman Summit, I wanted to first and foremost, so it's Real Woman Summit, but men are welcome. So I sometimes hate to explain that men are welcome.
Yeah.
Maybe I should be calling it Real Woman Man Summit. I don't know. But
no, but I think it's a good title so far.
Yeah, it's a brand. You teach us brands. It's a brand. So men must just know. It's a stima konshanga amuna at the meeting. Stima konshanga are we invited? Timabwela na meeting mfuni konda kufunza ati ngayise tibwele mfuni katepe mwabwela because we are discussing a number of things which have to do with because I understand the reason I was born. I was born to rescue lives, position people to get into the space where they can fulfill the reason they were born. Because I like saying it this way, like Mike Murdoch, that actually you've got to identify the problem, the reason why your success is attached to the problem that you are solving.
That's right.
And therefore, every individual can only imagine that there are people with problems and their problem solver is still not understanding the problem.
So the people with the problems now are languishing.
They are stuck. They are stuck in problems. You can imagine if the one who actually came up with the plane idea did not actually manufacture the plane.
Can you imagine
we were
that?
taking 3 days to go to South Africa.
You know what I mean? Huh?
Yeah, so I had to step up to launch the Real Woman Summit in 2018. And the first thing that started for the following year, which was 2019, was I really understood that time for women had come, but there was something that was lingering spiritually.
Wow.
And so in 2019, I had to visit different spiritual fathers, Bishop Imakando, Dr. Nevas Mumba, Bishop Joshua Banda, Father Lupupa, and so many other, fathers who are in the land, to talk to them about the space or the place of a woman, the position of a woman, especially in the marketplace, that the marketplace had opened, and therefore we needed that release spiritually for them to just, usher us.
So just on that one, Doc.
Yeah.
For those listening, I want to help them understand why.
Okay.
Why do you do this? Because there's so many people who just get up and say, you know what, I know Jesus, I operate with Jesus personally, I can pray to him, I'll go out there, and they just take off.
So
why would the person with your level of experience and influence choose to go through this route?
Yeah, so it's basically having an understanding that salvation lies in the person of Jesus. But then there's also principles of Jesus. And those principles, they need to be followed. Otherwise, this is why you see that somebody who's not served, but they are following principles, they'll prosper.
They'll prosper.
Yes.
That's right.
And we have a lot of Christians who are not following principles and they are not prospering.
Indeed.
So I understood that it was very important for us to understand. I know there is a lot of mix-up in the spiritual father, spiritual this, what, which we won't actually go into it because that one, it is too detailed. But I just, maybe let me say authorities. Okay, people, hierarchies, and people who hold certain positions in the realm of things in order to just give that voice. It's like your father saying, yes, I'm handing you over to a man. So you can still just shift and be in love. But then you will need your father to hand you over. And then that is very important.
Yes.
So spiritually, it works the same.
Agreed.
I felt we needed fathers. We needed these men, who are holding gates, who are standing in the gates to actually announce us as women. And so it happened in 2019 when we had this conference and we had all these men of God who came to the conference and really did a lot of prophetic utterances into the spiritual realm. If you actually observe from 2019 to now, we have a lot of women that have taken charge and positioned in very high ranking positions.
In
and
the
I
corporate world.
attribute it,
So true.
because spiritually heavens opened.
Hallelujah.
And therefore women needed to walk in unapologetically. They needed to just walk in and get positioned, because whatever it is that God has placed over our spirit, it is, in his likeness, in his image. And therefore, when it comes to dominate, that is why a man can be a CEO, a woman can be a CEO of a company, because it has to do with a spirit man.
Agreed.
And that was what we needed to deal with.
Amen.
2020, we didn't do anything because of COVID.
Yes.
2021, again, I realized we needed the women who have fought the battle, because
the pioneers.
was the ones who pioneered, because we are finding it easy. This is why we're having these young girls. One moment they just, I'm prophetess this, I'm starting a church, and you have got these followers, followers following like a small young girl who ordained herself into the prophetic. But I realized that it is easy now. But
because
there was a time when it was tough for a woman to speak, for a woman to stand on the pulpit. Up to now, it's still a challenge in some of the churches.
Say that, because some of the churches have still refused.
They still have
refused. That,
yes. So this patriarchal, issue, I realized that we also needed our mothers to kind of, bring us into that space with so much, breastfeeding, with so much, comfort, to just give us the comfort that young girls, you are next.
Indeed.
Get the baton, run. We cleaned the way. So, I treated the mothers.
Please explain a bit more, because I loved what you did.
Yes, there were I think 40 of them. I went to each and every one of them to hear their story. Oh my God. Wow. I actually did not know church history of Zambia
until you spoke to these women.
Heard it from women. Women tell stories. Yeah. And women have got stories. Indeed. I told Mama Ngambi to say, I think we need to write these stories, because when they are gone, we pray they don't go now. When they are gone, we are going to lose a thread of how this whole thing, and they told stories of how even the church started, how Pentecostalism started, and who started which Pentecostal. It's amazing. These women have got all this data. Yeah. But then what I was really excited about was how, in my little way, I was able to honor them. We booked rooms, 5-star hotel Bonanza, and gave them a treat.
It was beautiful.
I gave them a treat and the massage, and they just ate, and we celebrated, and then we gathered in white on Saturday and just, and read their profiles and just celebrated them, showed them the love. That was amazing. So that's what happened in 2021. 2022, I was launching an amazing book transitioning to the courts of heaven, I needed to seed it into 1,000 lives.
Amazing.
Because each year, God gives me a vision of what I need to do. So I gave out, on my birthday. It's not just a day for me to receive cakes. It's a day for me to announce the reason I was born and to be effective.
I love
and
that.
for me, being effective is helping other people. That's when I feel I've celebrated. So giving out those books, 1,000 copies, I was so grateful because many lives have been set free.
That's right.
Families have been liberated.
That's right.
Yes, then came 2023, which is last year. I partnered with some mentees, to show them what is supposed to be done. So I partnered with them.
But it was powerful. I remember it.
Yeah, it was lovely. Yeah, so I partnered with them and we supported some albinos. We bought some, sunscreen and so on and so forth. And it was such a joy. Now this year.
Yes,
so it is taking place next week from Friday. So it is coined around my birthday. So my birthday is 17th of April.
That's right.
So I bring it a week before. So it will start on Friday with business conversations, where you are one of the speakers.
Indeed.
I'll run through the speakers that we have later. But Friday it is going to be strictly business conversations. We'll start 9. And if those who know me, 9 a.m. is 9.
You start.
Because we want to utilize every minute of it. We are having speakers from different nations, including our own locals, to speak into the business minds on how we can internationalize our brands, on how the world is actually looking for us Africans. It's amazing when I go and I travel to these nations, how they are wowed at what you are doing here in Africa. And we have a lot of people are doing big things, but they are not having that digital footprint. They don't know how they are supposed to go about all those things. All the things we're going to expose a lot of people to understand what is the world looking for. And when you put your name on Google should recognize your name.
It shouldn't go to, do you mean
epilepsy?
It's such a way it gets epileptic and goes, did you mean?
No, Google must know who you are, but then by the things that you're doing.
That's right.
Yeah, that will be Friday. Then Saturday we will go spiritual. Okay, we're going to go spiritual and just bring the kingdom in a certain perspective. Sunday we shall gather there again. Then Monday, yes, at Mulungushi.
Is it going to be still on the same ticket value, or
people can come? It will be free. It will be Sunday service. It will be basically a Sunday service.
Yes. So all the equipment and everything will just remain there.
Then on Monday we are crowning it with Alangizi. It's a trendy Alangizi, which is my spiritual mom with the Hebrew women. What we are saying is the culture, the culture, the traditional culture that we have is good. So what we've done is we've actually taken out certain things that are suspicious and we have preserved the culture.
That's right.
My mom had to go to university for this. She had to get a degree at 60 just to understand the culture so that we can actually implant it into our home. So what we are saying is that there's going to be refresher course for marriages. Nice. We are having our friends who are really admiring us from Namibia, Zimbabwe, South Africa. They are coming over. We're going to demonstrate and show them our culture. So we are going to have a mini, entry of how we enter into marriage and what is taught. And then we have anointed drums. Yes, we have prayed for those drums, and the women who play drums, they even speak in tongues. Sometimes as they are hitting those drums, they even spit out some tongues, because we are saying that our rhythm, for you to bring your rhythm in your dance, you need that drum. It is not demonic.
I hear you.
So how can we say the drums that we buy from China are anointed, that we play in church? And the drum, that's just because it came from a cow's, skin. It is demonic. No.
This is mindset change.
This is mindset change. Yeah. So we have those drums, our African drums, anointed them. We have prayed for them. Yes. We have prayed for those Alangizi women. They've gone through prayers. We've casted out demons and they are served. But then they need to also teach the culture and bring that preservation.
I love that part, Doc, because you see, one of the greatest challenges that I face as a Pan-Africanist, because I am also a very passionate Pan-Africanist, is the challenge of how to separate the cultural component of Christianity when it was brought to us as Africans against what would be essentially the core message. And if you remember, the Apostle Paul had a very big challenge with that, with the Jews, because when the Jews began spreading the message, they were still confused and trying to bring Judaism and Jewish culture into Christianity. So of course the Muzungus did that with Christianity. And so you come to Africa and there's so much that got demonized. I'm very glad that you're dealing with this. But maybe just for the sake of that, since you raise it, just maybe just a bit deeper. How do you langiza in such a way that you still respect the culture, but at the same time you avoid the many things that obviously cause the demonization in the first place?
So let me give you an example of one pastor was talking about Imbosa and was really condemning because they saw a snake. You know, there's a snake that is drawn.
Where now?
Imbosa, you know Imbosa?
I don't know Imbosa.
It's a Bemba culture, Rave. As a pastor, I'll take you through everything. Yes, so that you understand. It's important because you are well read. It's important that you understand all these cultures. That's what I did. Because even I was against it, and I went in marriage in tongues. I just flew in there in tongues and said, oh, these things are demonic. Few months later, I did a Dununa reverse. I was like,
no, I think I missed it. Let's go back.
Yes, yeah. So when it comes, so I was giving an example about this pastor who was condemning this thing and saying demons. You know, let me explain a little bit about that snake. So there is a snake that is drawn because in the olden days they believed that before a young woman gets married, she doesn't know what marriage is. Wow. She doesn't know what love making is.
Yeah, because in those days, that's what it was. Not so this day where there's madness.
So she's so blank. So they were teaching symbolically. So they would do certain things to symbolize so that she's not scared, she's not shocked and die with shock by what she will see when she sees another creature in a certain way.
That's right.
So they actually used to now bring in symbols. And so one of the symbols was now to show depicting a snake. So they draw. So that drawing, then they are explaining how this snake is about to enter a house. So they are telling the young girl, you need to be aware that when you're building your home, there are snakes outside. And one of the snakes could be another man who will start trying to use his tongue to talk to you in a certain way. You will be beaten and you'll get destroyed.
Wow.
What is demonic about that?
Nothing.
All they are saying is, so they give her the visual aspect. So she can remember. Yeah. When she's gotten married, when another man is saying, hey, you are beautiful, she remembers the teaching and what will happen.
These are other people.
Then they would also build something with clay. And a woman has to dance, you know, like it's very small little holes.
Yeah.
And then she's dancing without breaking.
That's right.
So she dances and shows the girl. This, okay, have I broken anything here? As I was dancing, no. So you would dance also.
Wow.
Let's see. So she starts dancing. She finishes all those holes as she's dancing. And she realizes she didn't break anything. So they ask her, why haven't you broken anything? Because I was careful. In the way I was dancing. I took time to really get my toe into the hole and out, and careful, you know, understanding and, you know, precision and focus. Then they bring a teaching. The same way you took your time to go in here, taking your time without breaking. Marriage is not easy.
Wow.
But if you are focused and you are paying attention, you won't break it.
Wow.
What is demonic?
Nothing.
You know, so then they bring in the chicken, and they are teaching parts.
Oh,
you know, so they are likening the male's you know, reproductive system
to the
chicken because they assume this girl doesn't know anything. thing.
In fact, Doc, let me now come in there to support, because one of the things I did, after what we went through with my wife, one of the things we realized is that we needed to make sure that our daughter, when she was getting married, she goes through that, because that's something I even said, even for my marriage, my second marriage, because in my first marriage, 9 daughter. Hey, we don't need these things. Hey, demonic. Well, we don't have a marriage anymore. So on the second one, I made sure we went through that. I said I will respect the traditional things. But what's more interesting is my daughter, the first young lady from my home that I married. We made sure this one we did not.
The real deal.
Everything,
yes.
even my banda was involved. We made sure she went through all that. And what I was so happy about is that the young man, my son-in-law, also went through his own version with their language. What you call them?
Bashibukombe.
Not Bashibukombe for fashion.
No, real deal. Real deal.
I'm telling you, let me tell you, Dr. Nellie, I know they are only married under 1 year. Oh, they clocked 1 year. Yes, I remember. They just clocked 1 year just the other day. Well, I'm so proud because I see the conduct of my daughter. I see the conduct of my son-in-law. No, even veka, no veka. But I even remember, when talking with my daughter Chimwemwe, who is one of your spiritual daughters, we talked about it. We acknowledged and said, that young man is so different. Why? Because of Kulangizi.
Yes, because that is mentorship. So that is marriage mentorship.
Even the way my daughter now treats me is very different.
Right?
Yes. Like from the moment she got in fact, when the lessons began, there's a way we were interacting.
Exactly, because that is we've called it
although we're very close.
It's just marriage mentorship. It's mentorship, and I'm telling you the truth, for anything that you want to actually become, just like if you want to be the best in the marketplace as an engineer, you need a mentor in the marketplace for you to make it in your career, because there are certain things that engineer has gone through that if they were to explain to you, you learn it faster and you won't be making the mistakes that they made. It's the same with these conversations about marriage, except, and I think for me the only thing that I'm against is where you do it like in few days, 3 days to go, just to show.
It's like a checklist.
It's just a checklist. And then this girl has to just be doing this dance, that day, dance before the groom, which won't even be relevant.
Yeah,
so it should
impact.
Be a walk. Yes. It should be a lifestyle.
Yes.
That is why many people that are mentoring, those that they are langizi to them, we start a walk. It's not a Saturday or a Friday before marriage and everything.
It's 3 months, 4 months, 6
such
months.
Things, yes, because and then post. It's also a walk after, to really have a walk and really get into some of the. So that was what's going to happen on Monday. Yes.
So that one, how does it work? They're just gonna register? Do they pay, or it's just?
Okay, so that one we have kept it in-house. It's an in-house because I think we want to keep it with with the flavor that it does.
Yes.
So it's basically people that are mentoring and those that are coming from outside our country.
Nice.
So it is very in-house. So if you are listening, you really have to talk to me nicely.
Correct.
If you have to be part of that day. That is why it's a Monday, because everybody has gone for work.
That's right.
And only those that are SMEs, because I mentor a lot of SMEs that are their own bosses, so they can get a day off.
That's right.
On Monday from their workplace. And then we are going to just close the door and do the real deal.
I saw a few videos last time. You shared just a few clips.
Exactly. When these wives last year, because we did similar thing last year, when these wives returned back home in South Africa, in Malawi, you have no idea. I come with parcels, nikaenda huko kumacharo mama Nitasha
ati imwe babwela
ni bamene banapunzisa mkazi wanga so I can tell that things are happening in the bedroom by the parcels I receive. I know that miracles are happening.
Hallelujah. So Doc, let's now go into the actual summit itself and then the speakers and what each one will be. I know, of course, you don't know what the exact topics, but just really just their profiles.
The reason I chose them. Anyway,
yes, the reason I chose
actually
them.
handpicked most of the speakers. So, of course, I don't need to explain you.
Well, for the sake of those listening, from another mouth, I no.
Oh, yes.
chimazitasha but vamene hivi vakuti
muziva maningi vintu varev so nenzo uchita calculate nivaike pa spiritual nivaike pa vamba business. Okay. So we thought that I think with a lot of things that are going and really how I want to help a lot of people to step up in business, I thought that you'll be very relevant, especially on a Friday, because that is when I want to, Ichimani Baba, where we are doing so much, but it's still oneka. Then you could be, monetizing those things that we are doing. So you'll be one of the speakers, and of course, I want you to read the digital footprint. I want you to really go big on it, because that is where we are lagging behind.
I agree.
You can imagine that most people are supposed to be buying tickets online. You have no idea how my team at the office suffered. Someone doesn't know, they'll call. What am I supposed to put here? It's your card. Your card has got numbers behind. Yes. Now those numbers put. Okay. And what is CCV? What, things like that. Really having difficult. And these are not dull people. So we really need to be deliberate, to build that digital footprint so that we can be relevant in today. Because what is trending today is that every person. So this particular phone I was sharing, I was with Daniel Mbazima.
Yes.
With his people.
Sanity House.
Yes, Sanity House. And I was telling them as they looked at this phone, it's an iPhone 15 Pro Max and I was like, for you it's like, whoa, wow, an iPhone. For me, it's an office.
Serious business too.
Yes. So it's a serious business too. It's an office in the car. It's an office where I go. I have videos that I've kept here. I've got photos. I've got things that, it's my office. So for me, it's not just a phone to show off that I've got an iPhone 15. That is what people need to realize, that we are in an era where, I was shocked that you can be, I was having a conversation with HR people. Most of them are not on LinkedIn.
Whoa.
I'm like, how? I was almost fainting.
Yeah,
and
because that's their playground.
Yes,
it's supposed to be their playground.
That question in most of my workshops, like, which social media platforms are you on? Bambira pa Facebook chap. Facebook. Now, your profile, your CV, you've kept it on the laptop. Who is interested in it? Who's seeing it?
Nobody sees that.
When there is the largest professional platform where there is headhunting.
That's right.
Where people, like the person I was having a conversation with from South Africa, she joined my mentorship program just by one post that I made on LinkedIn.
There you go.
She just fell in love with me. And next thing I'm mentoring, and next thing we are doing a business thing together. From LinkedIn. That's what I want you to come and really speak and spit it.
No,
because I know what you can do. Then we have Dr. Sylvia Mwansa, our latest doctor in the house.
Indeed.
She's going to talk about mindset program, which she's really big at it. She really, really lives it, and she's the one of the people that we're going to have. We have one of the young girls, Tabo.
Yes.
She's also big when it comes to SMEs and positioning them.
Nice.
Yeah, she's the one who is, I think, the coordinator for WIAC.
Oh,
yes.
I know WIAC.
That's one of the
engaged me on many occasions.
Exactly. Yes, and then we have Dr. Akanimo Odon.
Oh. That man. And we've brought him in many times on this platform.
Yes, many times.
I hope he'll be around next week, because we have gone already.
He would have gone. We need to talk to him nicely. But then he's the founder of an amazing app with a career, But this time, Revuota, he doesn't want to talk business. He chose spiritual. He's becoming Papa. So
but it's very loaded.
Yeah, he's loaded. When he flipped the page or the button or his life, the other side, he's dangerous.
No, he's powerful.
So he's going to handle that spiritual aspect. Then we have Mrs. Eve Bandan Kumbula.
Loaded
lady. Sweetheart.
She's loaded.
Oh my God, that woman is got stuff.
She'll be one of our speakers.
on that particular day. And then who else have I forgotten? How can I? Oh, Dr. Mohair. Dr.
Yes,
Jacqueline,
of course,
yeah, Dr. Jacqueline Mohair, from from the UN, and she's one woman who has really been instrumental to most of our travels.
Yes.
Then in the Biu we have Dumisani Ngube. Yes, it's in Ngube, not Ngube and Ngube. You've got to make that.
Ngube.
Yes, our
Ngube.
radical
Ngube.
entrepreneur. Ngube. Yeah, Dumisani Ngube, the radical entrepreneur. And he is also going to spit his own stance in several things, several ways.
Right.
So it's loaded. Then we are going to have some panel conversation with a few CEOs that have handpicked. We have a woman from Zimbabwe who's a CEO for a woman bank, and she's making strides.
Nice.
So she'll be on the panel. We have another lady from Dubai who is into fish farming and waste management, and women are doing things.
I'm telling you.
So this girl is coming from Dubai. We have another lady from Zimbabwe who's also a big in business. We just want that challenge. That ladies, look, if my turnover is this, because I want her to come and announce her turnover per year. My God, the girl is killing it. So it's going to be a short panel conversation, because we have main speakers and then some, panel
discussion.
Yeah. So it's going to be big. So I want to challenge men and women. Please take a Mother's Day, take a day off, and please let's meet together at Mulungushi Conference Center. It is happening next week, the 12th of February. 12th April next week, and 13th. That is the 2 days for the Real Woman Summit. But what is coining this particular summit this year, like I was telling you, each year it is coined for me to attend to the community. This particular year, I want to sponsor 1,000 period cups for women. These cups are amazing, and they've been researched, and I took time actually to go to the manufacturing plant to really understand what is going on. As you know, most of us women, we've been using tampons and sanitary pads, but you all know that when blood goes onto a tampon or onto the pad, after an hour or so, it changes its chemical reaction, and eventually it becomes hostile to the body. So as you know, women, we are open, so some of the bacteria actually start going back into the system. Some people leave that tampon for a long time, and some of the tampons haven't been made properly, because again, when money isn't enough, you go for the cheapest
stuff.
And so there's a lot of fake pads that are on the market, made from the backyard of some people, and because you can't afford all these, the ones that are properly made, so we have a lot of cervical cancers and so many things that women are actually going through.
That's right.
So people have gone to the laboratory and they've come up with this amazing period cup, which is made from silicone. It's beautiful thing that you just slip in and blood collects in there. It's amazing. And so blood, you're not in contact with the blood. So when blood collects in there, you can feel that it's getting full. You simply slip it out, drain the dirty stuff into the toilet, rinse it, push it back.
That's right.
When you buy that one cup for a woman, 10 years,
that's what I'm aware
she'll
of.
stay with that cup.
So
we want to donate those cups to our women in the prison. But we also want to go to some villages which I've already identified, because I heard
that's the best.
Yes, I heard very horrifying stories that these young girls, some of them are wearing these maize shells.
Yes, it's true.
Then some of them are choosing to get married so that they can be pregnant for 9 months
to just stop the period,
because they get drained.
Yes,
they can't go to school because they are ashamed.
That's right.
Here is my point. Do you know that as a nation we can sponsor condoms? So many condoms went to this Pezeni thing ceremony, which was actually very well published, that so many condoms have been sponsored. But you know what I'm looking for, men? Please, can you sponsor these cups? Because if you give a young girl who has just become of age at 12 and you buy for her that cup for
in
10 years, which she'll be 22.
Yeah.
By the time she'll need another cup, which she can buy for herself, because by 22, 23, she's already started working.
Absolutely.
And you've solved a problem.
We
need to put our heads together. I'll only sort out 1,000.
Yeah.
If another person arises somewhere and sorts out another 1,000, another one 500, another 100, before we know it, there is no girl who should not go to school because of periods.
Agreed.
Nobody asked to say, I want to be born into a girl and I want to be bleeding. This is a natural thing. And so it is so unfair that a young girl should stop going to school because she cannot afford sanitary pads.
Wow.
So we are solving a problem permanently. So it's a small portion that I can manage. And I'm still fundraising because I haven't yet actually gathered all the numbers. So I'm still fundraising, for well-wishers who can say, I'm buying one. My mentees have come. Some of them are buying 2. Some of them are buying 5. Some of them, it's $250 a cup. And when you buy that cup, you have solved someone's problem.
Agreed.
And so that will be now my celebration
of giving them
my birthday.
Amazing. Have you heard all that, guys? So here's what we're gonna do. Tickets are available. I like all these things, when you're part of these setups, so wakupasa maticket atande ni maticket hapa gulisani. So hapa nina maticket. So I'm going to tomola my number, but of course those of you watching on Facebook and what have you, numbers have been shared already. That's fine. I've also shared mine. But those of you listening by radio, you are free to reach out to me, and we'll be able to get the tickets. Again, the price of the tickets, they're 650, right?
Yes,
yeah, that's
650.
So 650 kwacha per ticket, and that includes lunch for the 2 days.
Yes.
So meaning DL is covered. So you just have to come 650, and you'll be eating nice food and mulungushi, good filling food. So you are really covered. You don't have to worry. Oh my God, let me think of takeaway. What? No, just come and you'll be part of that. These tickets are literally just giving away, because when you look at the menu that's given, it's really just a giveaway. It's not like they make money out of this. So 650, if you want to get yourself a ticket, reach out on my number. So I'm going to tomola my number 3-4 times. I know a number of you already have my number either way, but please, this is my number so that you can purchase a ticket. We will have the tickets for you, and we will have them here at Hot FM where you can come pick them up, or we can make arrangements. So my line is 0977117629. That's 0977117629. You can reach on WhatsApp. You can say, please, I would like a ticket, or can you get me 2 tickets? And I'm now appealing to those of you who are, financially able. If you can sponsor extra women, that's another thing Dr. Nellie is big on. She always says, if we can buy extra tickets to give away, that would also be very good. Mr. Silavwe, innovate. I can see you are paging or whatever it is. I can't answer the phone because I'm on the call. But thank you very much. Please, that's the line, 0977117629. Make sure you get through, and we will have your ticket. 650 per ticket. Indicate how many tickets you want. You can transact. I see another one, Ndelia Mwansa, trying to reach out. I cannot answer because I am on the call. But I see your calls, and we use what's the word now? We use internet, and we can see Macmore Gondway. So thank you, every one of you that is trying to reach. At least we know that you're reaching. Send a message and let us know. We want to have you come through. The event is on what are the dates again? Doc? Emma Kamanga trying to reach as well.
12th of next week. So it's just next week on Friday.
And Saturday.
That's right. And Sunday for the Sunday service. For those who can get permission from their churches. Yes, they can come over.
Nice. So this will be extremely powerful, guys. You'll be so blessed. Make sure you're there. So 0977117629. I expect you to reach out. Let's get those tickets. And if some of you can do 10, 20 tickets, awesome. Brian Chirwa trying to reach out. So you see, I'm seeing all your numbers. And I am seeing your details because we are advanced. So I haven't got your details, but I know. So Brian Chiro, I can't answer your call because I am on the call. So what we'll do, let's also allow a few people to call through. If you want to come through and just maybe ask a question or make a contribution, please do so. You can do so right away, and we will be more than happy to have you come through. So Doc. No. Land the numbers.
All right, so do give us a call. The number 0974-870-877. 0974-870-877. That is the number that you can call us on.
That's the number you can call us on, and we will be glad to hear from you. If you want to contribute, if you want to ask a question, you're free to do that. We are available. Now, the Saturday, I know it's spiritual, but we just want to understand the dynamics of the Saturday. How is it different from... Oh, okay, we got a call. Hello.
Hello, how are you? This is Dr. FM.
Yes, it's Hot FM. Who are we speaking to?
This is Walia.
Walia, please go ahead with your question, comment, or contribution.
This is it might be a question or a contribution. I just want to ask if the same cups will be available in maybe shops or in clinics.
Doc.
Not yet. I think we are still working the process to actually bring them to be available in chemists and everywhere. So we are still dealing with Ministry of Health.
Yeah. Because I'm aware there's been a number of others that have actually promoted these caps in the past, and so usually it's just an issue of logistical issues. But certainly
it takes time. It takes time for all the processes and procedures. In other nations, it's already gotten into certain places like in South Africa and all. But then, of course, so we are
there's
waiting.
There's regulatory
issues and all. So, but also to understand that because it is really coming big to unseat certain things, you need to know there are political things that also surrounding, because this thing, when it comes, it means some people won't have business.
That's right.
Yeah, because if someone has solved a problem for 10 years,
then
it means mapad siyazaguliwa. So,
absolutely. All right, thank you.
Okay. Anyway, it's a welcome move, but it will be better if all our girl nation to have that thing.
Yes. Thank you very much for coming through.
How many do you want to contribute?
No. I'm just looking forward. Maybe I can have one for my madam or...
Yes, come to the summit. Then you'll find them there.
Yeah.
All right.
Alrighty.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Alrighty, let's take more calls. We can take at least a couple of more before we call it an evening. Okay, so whilst we're waiting for those calls, I still see many people calling and reaching out. So please, I will get back to every one of you and confirm how many of you want tickets and how many of you are ready for tickets. Remember, you can buy not just for yourself, but you can also buy for other people. Hello, you're through to Prosperity Insights. Who are we speaking to?
Hello, good evening.
Evening. Who are we speaking to?
Thank you. This is Evarista. I'm calling you from within Lusaka.
Evarista Zulu Banda. Also.
Yes.
Okay, talk to us.
Yes, please. I just want to say congratulations to Dr. Nellie. I tuned in to the program for the first time. Yes, and I must say I'm really inspired and I've learned a lot. So I want to say, actually, I'm going to come for the summit. I'll buy a ticket.
Wow.
Nice.
Yes, I'm looking forward to meeting you. Actually, I'm so inspired. I'm so motivated.
Awesome. Did you catch my number so that you can make sure you buy through my tickets, which I was given to sell?
No, you can say it so that I type in and I save it, please.
Okay, 0977.
Yes.
11.
Yes.
7629.
50?
No, 7629.
Okay.
That's 0977117629.
Thank you so much.
And come and greet me on Friday.
Yeah, come and greet Doc on Friday, Everett. You can even come and say, "Hey, Rev, I called."
Actually, I've even learned more. I'm a midwife by profession. So it's my first time hearing about I've been hearing about the cup, but I think I'll come so that I learn more. Thank you.
No, we're glad to have had you. Thank you, Everett, for coming through. We look forward, and share the word. Share the word. There might be one or two other people that might want, to be part of this, and so we could be able to sell more tickets. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Thank you. God bless.
Alrighty. So, John Lumwape, you're trying to call me. I am live on radio, so there's no way I'll be able to answer that phone. But meantime, thank you for coming through. Remember, we are trying to sell these tickets, so ensure after this call you come through and indicate how many tickets you want to buy. Let's still take a few more calls before we call it a wrap.
74870877.
Wunderbar. So you've heard the number there. So give us get a call. Oh, somebody! How can I get a ticket and where can I buy tickets from? I'm in South Sudan. Well, Mr. Couch, hello.
Online.
Akachak.
Online.
If you are able to come to Zambia, you get them here. Okay, so
online, they're there.
Online, they're there. Hello, you're through. Hello, you're through to Prosperity Insights. Who are we speaking to?
Beatrice.
Beatrice, go ahead with your question, comment, or contribution.
It's a contribution.
Yes, ma'am.
The previous caller, Evarista, she delivered my baby.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's just
so yes, I'm also tuned in. I've learned quite a lot. I'm a medical practitioner as well.
Oh my.
Yeah.
My hair is standing.
On in this Lusaka that we don't know.
I'm telling you. So you know what you need to do, Beatrice? You must
get a ticket.
Yes, because this is divine. This is God saying, get a ticket, Beatrice. Get a ticket.
Dr. Nellie, I look forward to meeting you.
I'm looking forward. How can you meet your midwife when we are online?
Oh my God.
So please.
That woman helped me. We work at the same facility and she helped deliver my baby.
So can I
This is the time.
Beatrice, don't cut the line. I want to get a bit prophetic on you, but I just want to get a bit prophetic on you. It's not every day you connect on the same platform coincidentally with a midwife. So do you know what this means? It means this event is gonna midwife you to your next level.
True.
Amen.
I am telling you.
Money, not babies, but money.
No, not money. It's not money. Money is a result, Mama. It's gonna midwife you into your next platform.
Ooh, I look forward to that.
Yes. So please, ticket you can buy from me because I have these extra tickets I was given.
So call me. I don't know. I'm unable to type because I'm on the road.
Hold on.
I don't know what to do.
No, let's do it. Let's see if it can work. So I have to 2 minutes. 09.
My.
Yes, your number. I have to.
On air.
Huh?
On air.
Okay. Anyway, just type on the page.
I've got her number.
Oh, he's got a number. Okay, it is fine. We've got your number.
We've got your number.
Oh, thank
even
you.
better. Yeah, just in case some weirdos start calling you. Sorry.
Look forward to this weekend.
Alrighty, bye. Okay, Beatrice. Okay, so we're taking our last call. And we call it an evening. Doc is going to do her wrap up. So one more call. If you can come through, we'll be glad to hear from you. Awesome. Desir in South Africa is saying money is a result. I like that. Of course it's a result. So you don't midwife into money. You midwife into a platform. And then the platform automatically draws you know
now.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Then the money comes in. But we'll take one more call. We have a call? Okay, we don't have. All right, so let me allow Dr. Nellie, because we're going to have to just shut the calls now. We need Doc to come through and do her closing remarks and all that. And then from there, we call it an evening. Doc, your last remarks.
Yes, so cakes are welcome. So I was born on the 17th of April. So please don't say, because she wants only period cups. No, even cakes you can bring.
Cakes are welcome.
Yes, so Real Woman Summit is taking place on the 12th of April to 13th. So it's 2 days.
Friday and Saturday.
Actually, when we are having this amazing conference, which takes place every year. And we have several speakers, coming from all over, Africa and within here. You've got to make your way there. Then from there, we can even plan on how to mentor you and help you on how to internationalize your brand. Who knows, next year you may be the next one to go to the UN and receive your award. So please, you obtain your tickets. You can actually find us on social media platforms.
Yes.
In case you've missed the number, I'm Dr. Nellie Kangwa, Nellie with IE. So you can also ask me there, but I'll tell Rev to say, Rev, are your tickets finished? Because we got these people from your show. Because Rev is selling his tickets. I've got mine and he hasn't allowed me to sell any.
No.
So you can find us on social media platforms, and please, you can request for the tickets from there. But also,
but I noticed that your team has posted
Yes.
So if you are watching on one of the platforms, you'll
be able to see different things there. Yeah. So we have that, and then on Sunday, of course, we are having that big Sunday. You may just ask your pastor to miss just one Sunday because it's just going to be so prophetic at a different level. We'll be able to help you to transition to the courts of heaven and deal with any contentions in your life. Then, of course, Monday is very closed door. It is by request and really by screening for you to attend the trendy Alangizi. Yes, it's the trendy Alangizi. So trendy, we are talking G-strings and all that, not the odd thing. So we want to position the young girl. That is why during this summit, I'm launching an amazing book that is shaking already shelves. Boardroom to bedroom. You've got to succeed in both places.
Agreed.
In the boardroom, as you are building your career, succeed. In the bedroom, my friend, don't go and play. It's not your grandfather. Just know that's your husband, and you don't go there with my mini. Go and deal with issues at home. We shall talk about those things per Monday. But now per Friday, when I'll be launching, I'm actually going to take an hour to really enter the bedroom. During the business summit. Because how can you succeed and make so much money and your home is disgruntled?
Agreed.
Because you are just failing to apply wisdom. So we are going to sort out this matter.
So the doc has spoken. Let me also take this opportunity to praise this woman in another way. You know, one thing I love about Dr. Nellie? Dr. Nellie deserves, and this is all because of Beatrice and Elizabeth. Is it Elizabeth? What's the other lady, the midwife? So it is because Everista. So this woman, Dr. Nellie, is one of those few people I know in my life who I can call a destiny midwife. I'm sure I'm a destiny helper. Destiny helpers normally just open doors and set you platforms and say, come here and come. But a destiny midwife comes and carries you, drags you into the space where now there is that transformative process to bring you to a new platform. This woman has done that for my wife, so I have a lot of respect for her. So when you hear this thing about tumapase upase, when I certificates are mapase
atumafika
na tukalitwina munjira na 12 plus na masidi yonse yabwe.
I'm telling you
chamana chama sitibwa ni tithe, but because tithe here
I need to claim my position because when I'm the mother to your wife, automatically I'm your mother.
Technically, so you're but it's understandable, mama. So this woman is a really serious midwife I've seen, and she has been such an impact in many lives. I tell you guys, you know me, Rev Walter. I don't just come here and go on and on about people, but this is one person I can comfortably endorse. And I've heard people telling me, you like trashing all these pastors and prophets. Show us a real woman of God. So I always tell them, Jesus. Show us a real woman of God, Jesus. Well, today on air, on one of those rare occasions, I can tell you the one next to me, this is a real woman of God. This is a real prophet of God. So if you want to know an example of a real prophet or prophetess of God, this is one of them. I do not do that regularly because I'm very particular and very careful. But I do endorse her because we have, recipients of the fruit in her life. And there are many. Cindy Fechabe. Nibambi. Boyani Guru Summit. Muzazi Mvere Anozionela. So on that note, thank you guys. Next week we're back again with another topic which will be obviously sizzling. Doc will come through briefly just to kind of promote society to last to combat just those last bits. But otherwise we'll have another topic, another exciting thing going on. But from myself, Rev Walter, always a pleasure. Until next time, those of you watching us by Facebook, bye, including the gentleman in South Sudan. I don't know, maybe you have to fly or something, but we have tickets online. Winnie will post the link where you can actually buy the ticket online. If you want to sponsor, you can also sponsor, isn't it?
Yes, they can sponsor.
You can sponsor tickets. You can say, hey, look, I can't come to Zambia, but let me buy 10 tickets. We'll be so grateful. You can send us those dollars. Thank you so very much. And on that note, we're going to say goodbye.